I had no idea that Angel Reese didn't even bother to show up. Did not show up to support her teammates. It was that unimportant, but yet took a victory lap that you won a championship? You got to be joking.
Angel Reese beating her ship. What y'all gonna say now? Now that I have this unrivaled championship that I didn't even think to attend. She went to LeBron James's youngest son's high school state championship game. If this championship mattered, she would show up. She can afford it.
Unlike major professional leagues with millions of viewers and real stakes, this tournament came and went without making much noise. Even ESPN, which tried to hype it up, couldn't make it feel significant. In the final game, Reese's team, the Rose, went up against Vinyl. But let's be real, no one was talking about this matchup.
Angel Reese is a champion in the unrivaled that virtually no one watched. People immediately took to social media and Twitter and started posting, look at what Angel Reese has accomplished. She has a national championship at LSU. She was the rebounding queen of the WNBA. Now she has a championship in the unrivaled, and she's Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, what an accomplishment.
The only reason this is even making headlines is the hilarious controversy surrounding Angel Reese's so-called championship moment.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3, full season highlights. Let's get it. This is my MVP, everybody, right here. She didn't win it, but she should have. Bang! She did, however, win Defensive Player of the Year. I would have given it to the rim. Bang! Best plays from the best player on this account only, right here. Bang! Oh yeah, you gotta see this one. This is a personal favorite. The hand-eye coordination, the footwork. Bang! Another fan favorite, wide open. Bang! Greatest to ever get their shot blocked, right here. Bang!
The Unrivaled League was supposed to be a fresh, game-changing take on women's basketball. Something new and exciting.
Angel Reese was a member of the Rose. They won the inaugural Unrivaled Championship last night.
I guess if you want to take a victory lap on that, you can. I just don't know if it means anything.
Imagine Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, or Aja Wilson skipping a championship game and still expecting to be celebrated like they actually did something. That would never fly. If this was truly a major career achievement for Reese, there's no way she would have sat out when it mattered most.
How important this championship was to Angel Reese. Angel Reese didn't even attend the game. She was not in the building last night.
However, social media wasted no time jumping in to defend Reese's narrative. Her fans flooded Twitter with posts calling her a champion and listing all of her past achievements, acting as if this random 3-on-3 tournament win carried the same weight as her LSU championships or anything she's done in the WNBA.
Oh man, these athletes, they make themselves look worse and worse and worse all the time.
This is my MVP, a true fan favorite. Her touch and finesse are breathtaking, and she continues to inspire all of my female listeners. If she can achieve this, I believe in your potential. Never give up. Simply put, she's the best jumper I've ever seen. She soars out of the gym with an unstoppable motor, making sure every shot counts.
All of that was more important than being at the location, being with her teammates.
Why is it just women's basketball where we see athletes acting like this?
The media has repeatedly gone out of its way to push Angel Reese as the face of women's basketball. Even though the tournament barely registered in the sports world, ESPN and other outlets latched onto it, making it seem bigger than it was. This so-called National League Championship is just another example of them forcing a narrative that doesn't hold up. Despite missing the final 2 games, Reese's name dominated the headlines, as if she had actually led her team to victory.
When her team achieved this remarkable accomplishment, Angel Reese was so thrilled, she FaceTimed in press conference and celebration. That's how big this unrivaled championship was.
Dominating the 3-point contest scene. Yet somehow, the media is bending over backward to crown Reese as if she just won a WNBA title. In any other sport, missing the most critical games of a championship would mean your contributions are questioned, not celebrated. But for Angel Reese, the narrative gets rewritten to fit the hype. Let's not pretend this was some elite tournament with the best of the best. It was a brand new 3-on-3 league with minimal star power, and the biggest names in the WNBA weren't even in attendance.
ESPN covered this championship. Chelsea Gray scored 30-some-odd points last night in the championship game. This championship that Angel Reese has added to her trophy case that she didn't even play in the last 2 games.
Angel Reese found herself at the center of one of the most awkward championship celebrations ever. Believe it or not, she didn't even step on the court for the final 2 games, while her teammates battled for the trophy. Yet, this is the so-called unrivaled league title she's been bragging about. Meanwhile, the media hype train kept rolling, acting as if Reese had just pulled off the greatest championship run in basketball history, despite not even playing.
Another fan favorite, the touch and finesse. Beautiful. And then her grace. To all my lady listeners, if she can do this, I believe in your chances. Never give up. Never! Again, she is my MVP. I want to reiterate. Best jumper I've ever seen. She leaps out of a gym. The relentless motor on her. She won't stop missing. No one has the drive to miss baskets quite like her. Shot number 2. Bang! One more time. Last one. Bang!
Now, let's go into the specifics and reveal how absurd the scenario truly is. Of course, social media wasted no time in spreading the story. Is this even a title worth celebrating? Or is this just another instance of Reese receiving credit she didn't earn? Fans of Reese flooded Twitter with posts referring to her as a champion, listing this alleged title alongside her LSU championship and WNBA rebounding statistics, as though they were all equally significant. However, let's face it, this is just an exaggerated story. If this championship had truly mattered, Reese would have been on the court leading her team and demonstrating her rightful place in the spotlight. But instead, she phoned it in.
She thought so much of this championship that she was like, nah, I don't want to diminish the greatness of this championship by attending the game and rooting on my teammates. So I'll FaceTime in. No one wanted a 3-on-3 full court women's basketball league, and no one paid attention to this. Let's put together a social media campaign and let's pretend like Angel Reese just accomplished something important.
The irony in all of this is that the Rose actually thrived without Angel Reese in the championship game. Chelsea Gray delivered a stellar performance, and some fans even noted that the team looked more cohesive and fluid in her absence. That's the uncomfortable truth the media refuses to acknowledge. Instead of recognizing that Reese's absence had no real impact, the media continued to push the narrative that she was the backbone of the team's success. But the most ridiculous part came when Reese herself fed into the hype. After the game, she took to Twitter with cryptic messages like, "What are you all going to say now?" as if she had just silenced her critics. But what was she really proving? That a team she didn't even play for in the final games could still win. That FaceTiming into a post-game celebration somehow counts as actually contributing on the court.
Because we're going to build up this narrative that Angel Reese is one of the great athletes of our lifetime. She's right there with Steph Curry, and she's right there with LeBron James. She's right there with Kevin Durant. She's got a championship at LSU, and now she has a championship in the unrivaled league.